All right, guys, welcome to the second installment of Late Night TCG podcast.
Yep.
All right, guys. So, if you guys didn't catch the prequel, go over to Head-to-Head Battles channel. Why am I talking in third person? Go to my channel and go watch the first half because you kind of need to watch that to watch this.
Yeah, and so if you already haven't checked that out, or you already have, well, welcome to the sequel. And today we're going to be talking about, I guess, my perspective and how, I'm still working full time and also content creating, which is
crazy.
Definitely not easy, but I enjoy it. So, but before we get into that, today I also wanted to tell you guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to both our channels, which will be in the description box below. The main reason being that for the third installment of Late Night TCG, the first...
You don't know where it's going to be, man.
Exactly. The prequel might be on my channel or Susu's channel or Head-to-Head Battles. Who knows?
Honestly, we don't know either.
Exactly. So, we want to keep you on your toes. So, definitely, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And turn that notification bell on. So, yeah, you can, be the first person here. And, guys, as we mentioned in the prequel, we're actually going to be doing a giveaway.
Giveaway.
Like a crazy giveaway. So, stay towards, at the end of this video, we'll announce exactly the details of this giveaway. But, I guess without further ado.
Yeah, so, tradition.
We're going to have to, go by tradition.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, so we have two traditions. One, we forget to always say that we stream on Twitch. So, So go, PAK, when do you stream, brother?
I stream whenever I feel like, to be honest.
Yeah,
so just go on twitch.tv/PAK_official_TCG.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll see me on. I'm just kidding. What about you, Susu?
So we stream on Twitch every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 p.m. EST. See, man, get yourself a schedule, man.
Hey, guys. Yeah, whenever you guys need me, I'll just go live. That's all I got to say.
Clip it. And we also have another tradition, all right? Whenever we start a podcast, we always need a tall, dark, handsome
brown bottle
of
some dark liquor.
All right. Jim. His name is Jim.
All right, Jim.
Last name
Sayonara.
Bean. All right. First name Jim. Last name Bean. All right. Holy.
Oh, accidentally tipped it.
Oh, it's gonna be a good podcast.
Well, anyways, guys.
I guess we roll the intro here.
Let's do it.
We are finally back.
Yeah.
So I want to kick this sequel by saying, so again, just to preface, PAK, you're working full time.
I am working full time, and I just to put in perspective, like I just started a year into working full time.
Congratulations, by the way.
And yeah, and it's been crazy. So I just graduated last year. I've been working for a year now, and I've been saving some money, but I still want to be able to support my parents. Help my brother out. And so with that being said, it's hard to really, I guess, commit and just quit my job for YouTube, because I guess from my front, I haven't really gotten to save any money, any real chunk of change. So, and the burning question on everyone's mind is, how are you creating content while working, in a finance role, full time? And the thing that I tell people is, and the thing that we talked about in the prequel, is that you have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
Whether that's money, like a full-time job like Susu, which is more on the opposite extreme end.
Yeah.
Or for me, it's
time. It's just time, man.
It's just time.
Yeah. At the end of the day, and it's funny because you and I, we sleep around the same time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, and there are times where PAK would end our call because we talk into the night, about business stuff, but PAK is y'all got a meeting at 8. I'm like, bro, it's 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And it's the thing is, you have to make those sacrifices. You're gonna sleep a little later, right? You have to accept that fact. You're gonna be a little tired, but what keeps you going is that drive and remembering the goal you set for yourself. And I think that's what keeps me going. Realizing that I started this to, first of all, improve, helping players achieve their goals.
Correct.
And that is
correct.
If they want to become better, I think I want to let them know that they can.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Because there's gonna be a lot of people, where, like I said, our own worst critics. We criticize ourselves. We keep saying, we're bad, etc., etc. And I think it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You tell yourself you're bad enough times, then you'll believe it. And I think you gotta start telling yourself, I'm not the greatest, but I can get there.
Correct. And again, like the biggest thing that I respect about you is the fact that you are able to drop the ego and be like, yo, I need your help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like the way we met, I was actually on your stream and you were working on a thumbnail.
Right.
And I was like, yo, you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Let me make this thumbnail for you.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because like somebody in my Discord was like, what if you make this thumbnail and the video does really well, right?
Right.
And it was crazy because like you trusted me with it, but it was like the new episode to like this bomb series.
Yeah, it was called Dropping the Topping.
Yeah.
And it was like, episode 1. I did it with Jesse Cotton, like a really renowned player in the Yu-Gi-Oh space. And, I think this episode was probably like one of the things that jump-started my channel.
Yeah.
I got a lot of really good feedback from it. Like Ryan reached out to me, like Ryan, I'm not gonna say his docs his own government name, but
Ryan,
Ruggles, Ryan aka Ruggles,
Oh.
like even reached out to me. I was like, a friend told me that he watched your series and he really enjoyed it. The fact that he even came out and told me that and took time out of his day to say that meant that you're doing a really good job.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
And that struck me like in the heartstrings because I was like, man, I put a lot of time and effort into like, thinking about something new to bring to the Yu-Gi-Oh space, and it's being received really well.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm really happy that people are, feeling this way.
Yeah. And you know what was crazy? You know how when someone's like a real friend or not? And the thing with like that video, like, because of because the thumbnail is what gets people to click.
Yeah, right.
Bro, that video did really well.
No, that video did really well. It was really funny. I'm gonna like have the thumbnail pulled up right here so you guys can see it for yourself. But it was so funny, and like a lot of people like was laughing. People in like the Duelist Academy group was like, well, yo, why can't you put my face on it? I want to be part of it too.
Yeah.
So I just find it really funny. They were reaching out to me. I was like, hey, can you put me on the neck, like thumbnail, kind of like not they weren't really asking me, but they were kind of like hinting, jokingly asking. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really funny because like and Jen was here with me as well. I was like, man, I really hope PAK's video does well because I did the thumbnail for it,
Yeah.
And then when it did, like my initial reaction was like, let's go, bro.
Yeah, right.
And like that's how like you're really vibing with somebody.
Yeah.
Because there will be people who are like, oh, I did the thumbnail, give me some credit.
Right.
Like,
and
what?
And the thing is, it's like you wanna like that's how someone's a real friend is when you see them succeed and you're happy for them, like truly happy for them. And I think there's always going to be some sort of envy, jealousy, whatever. And then it's like essentially every time you have those like crazy bad thoughts, whatever, you think of like, first of all, you're like,
okay, yeah.
And then, but at the same time, you're also like, think of like, to switch this, flip the switch immediately and just be like, think of ways to like, help, etc. or whatever.
Right. So I want to ask you a question, right? I know I think there are more people who are wanting to make content out there who can't quit their jobs, right?
Yes.
Like they can't, like that leap is just not there for them because it could be a bunch of different things. Like they have kids, they have obligations, they need to pay rent, right?
Yes.
What is your advice to them being someone who works a full-time job and sacrifices sleep and time?
I would say that if you are like willing to jump into this content creating space, you have to first ask yourself like why you're doing this, and then if it's something that's will keep you going, then you will find that it's a lot easier to sacrifice time, sleep, because it's like a passion, right? But if you're doing this to make a quick buck on the side, as a side hustle, it's to be completely frank, you're not going to make that much money, right? Like, I mean, I make like 100 times more than what I make on YouTube, but I do it every single day and I put out content as consistently as possible because I enjoy making those videos. Because it's also a learning opportunity for me. Like, people forget that, like, when I make these videos, I'm learning right with you. Like I am, it's not like I'm some sort of genius that just woke up and was like, oh my God, yo, I just figured out to calm with my sleep. No, it's like, I'm literally practicing, learning, going through the iterations, like the blind plays, practicing. And then I see like, oh my God, like this is a really cool play. People can, have a takeaway from this if they're not playing as much as I am, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, on PAK's channel, it's really great because, like, you guys get to see, like, two very different people,
right?
But our upbringing was very similar, and that's something maybe we will talk about in a future podcast.
Yeah.
It is tad touchy.
Yeah,
It is. But again, like we grew up similarly in terms of our upbringing, but we're two very different people, right? Like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, casual Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Kept your job, quit my job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like nice hair, no hair.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, and I think that's why like I hope you guys like, you know, really do watch both episodes or like both like the prequel and the sequel, because you get two different takes from like opposite spectrums of both extremes, right? I think that's will help you get more out of this and this podcast, just because you get to see like both sides of the coin.
Absolutely.
And it might be it might be basically like two sides of the same coin, but it's two different sides still. And I like I said, I can't stress that enough. Like there's stuff that you can take out from, you know, the prequel as well as the sequel. So I really want you guys and hope you guys watch both sides.
Yeah, and to be completely transparent with you guys, PAK on PAK's channel, he doesn't really have that many videos kind of where we just do this. Just talk about non-infernoble degen stuff. You know, like we're here, like you guys are getting to know PAK as a person, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, people watch us, right? And like there are viewers that we have that have met us IRL, right? And they know who we are,
right?
Because we've sat across the same table from each other. I'm kind of I really wanted to take this podcast and kind of like introduce to you guys PAK.
Right. Yeah. In a way. Yeah.
Saying? And I'll be the first one to say, like, this gentleman, extremely genuine, very humble, and we deal with egos all day.
Yeah.
But when we're together, like, there are no egos, right? Like,
right.
I can make the biggest misplay. He won't say a word, right?
Right.
But then when I shuffle back his Shaddoll fusions, he's like, damn, that was good.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah. No, like, I think like you have to appreciate when people are like, you know, making good plays. And we talked about this actually, you know, in the first, you know, installment.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched that already, where we talk about, when someone who like makes really good plays, like take the time, let them know that, you know, this is like a really good play, so that they continue to do it, right? It's like positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
You know, letting them know like this is a really good play, like continue to do stuff like this. And I think like we focus too much on like, hey, like the negative things, like, oh, like, you know, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. It's like, you know, what are some things you're doing well?
Correct.
And I think when we take the time to look at those things too, we find out like we can narrow down the pinpoint, like the areas in which like we can improve at better, instead of like trying to like, you know, work on everything.
Right. And in terms of getting, or like in the, so you touched on improving, right?
Right.
So I want you guys to pause this video, go on PAK's channel, and then sort his videos by oldest.
Right.
I want you to watch his first videos,
Yep.
and then come back to this one. The level of execution and improvement is insane. Granted, we are using a different space than what PAK would normally use.
Right.
But at the same time, like, that's what happens when you don't have an ego.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you make connections, and these connections, they like, synergistically speaking, 1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those situations where you have to really, you know, take the time to, like I said, like look at your own content and see ways, like, you know, I talk about improvement all the time from a Yu aspect, but look at the time from a content perspective. How can you make your content better? How can we engage more people? How can we get more people involved? You know, how can we better the community? And these are the questions that I ask myself as I put out my videos, as I look forward to putting out more videos, right? Because
Yep.
you know, I started with, you know, not a great camera, to be honest. Like my mic was from 2002, and you know, right now I'm using like the latest technology.
Yeah.
You know, I have like a Shure, you know, S7MB.
SM7B.
Exactly. So as you can tell, I don't know much about mics, but I do know that it is like we're getting there, guys, and
Seriously.
I'm happy that, you know, everyone is here for the journey, for like all the OGs. Like today, what you see is 100%, but tomorrow it's gonna be 110.
Exactly.
So stay for the ride, and I promise you guys,
You're gonna enjoy it, man.
You're gonna enjoy it.
At least like here between PAK and I, like we try to do. It's easy for us to do collaborations because like we can be next to each other.
Right.
Because I know when people do collabs in the Yugi tubing space, it's via Discord and et cetera, unless you're at a regionals, right?
Right.
But that kind of leads me to my next question, because like we are stuck inside because of COVID and stuff. If you did quit your job,
Yep.
right? If you did,
Yep.
what would change in terms of your content? Do you think?
I think just due to like more time
Yeah.
from both a like editing perspective, it would just be even crazier. The filming, right? Let's say without like COVID, like from a filming perspective, like I can actually go outside,
Right.
get really good shots. And I think like, go to events, right? Like it's just that there's so much to like capture, but unfortunately, like due to like the current situation, like I'm at home, so like from realistically what I can do is like a lot of like analysis type videos. And
Absolutely.
that I'm not saying like that's kind of like, I hope you guys don't understand, like that's not just like what my channel is dedicated to, right? I want to show you guys like much more, but at the same time, like due to circumstance, like this is what we have now, but we're making the best out of that situation, right? That's why we're here, we're collabing, providing you guys like a a podcast type like vibe, because we want to introduce something new, even though it's like troubling times.
Correct. And like it's not like podcast or something like groundbreaking. Like
Right.
people do podcasts, right? But like we're switching it up, right? Like we have, well, currently we're at my house, so we're using my equipment, but like PAK has invested
like over $1,000,
over $1,000
into equipment,
like and like that comes from like him coming to me and be like, listen, like your quality is great. Like what can I do to emulate that?
Yes, exactly.
And then at that point, I have I can make one of two decisions, right?
Yep.
I can be like, oh, like my content is better than his, and he even admitted it. Why does he have more subs than me, right?
Right.
I could have taken that route.
Yep.
But I spent hours with this guy asking him to send me pictures. I asked him where you got your audio interface from, right?
Right.
He sent me a picture of a sticker. Like when you buy something and they like slap their brand sticker on it.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I got it from here. I'm like, that's not a thing.
Right. Yeah. And like, no, that's the funniest part, right? Like I'm so oblivious to these type of things. Like, compared to like Susu at least, right? Like I didn't do as much due diligence to enter the YouTube space. My logic at the time was kind of like, I'm a new player. I haven't been playing for a year yet, but I am interested in the competitive space. Let's provide some of the things that I've learned in like the 6 months, right? It was kind of like that, like just,
Wait, was this after the PPG win or before? Be honest.
After PPG win, I was playing for 6 months at the time.
So this was post PPG.
Post PPG. Yeah.
So let me rephrase that. So what he really wanted to say was, I'm starting in the YouTube space.
Yep.
I'm a god.
No. It's like I think because I had the epiphany, right? Like after I won that event, I was like, yo, honestly, like I felt like for such short time, and this is like I was able to improve a lot by losing a lot, by learning a lot, and asking a lot of questions. And I had the same question in my head, like, we look up to a lot of players who consistently are always at top tables, that are always, consistently doing well. And look, I was like the outlier, right? Like, and in that instance in time, I was like, how can I, let other people like get motivated or feel inspired, by this, win to, also make that leap of faith, to make that, transition, right? Like,
bro, you're just like, I gotta let people know duality in guys.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's like, yo, like, I want people to be, inspired to enter the competitive scene, because like in my Discord recently, I had someone who said, I'm still a casual and I'm still looking to get into a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh scene, and he was making like recommendations of cards, and like someone in my Discord was like, oh, that's a really bad card, why are you playing that? And this is what I said in the Discord, like almost verbatim. I was like, hey, like, don't knock him for his card choices. We're also learning. I personally have never heard of that card before. Even though it's not a great card, right? It may have use in its future, and we'll keep that in mind going forward. So, like,
seriously,
don't like bash people for their ideas. And, it's that same, like, type of mentality you need to, like, have, especially as you, like, look to better yourself, etc.
So then can we agree? Age-heated heart is come on, man.
Yeah, that's a wrap, yeah. That's a different topic. No, that's a wrap, bro.
All right, so we're off on a tangent, but all right. So actually, I was thinking about this because we're talking about equipment. So in terms of like total money spent, for the channel, and then like obviously we're not gonna like add in like sealed product or anything,
No, right.
So In terms of total money spent for the channel, what would you give me a ballpark?
I would say spent around like $25 to $3,000.
Okay, so let's be on the more conservative side and say $2,500, right?
Yeah.
So you spent $2,500.
Yep.
Right? And here's the thing, right? Everyone, like, if you watch a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of like self-help YouTube videos, they're like, "Oh, you have a phone? Just start recording." And they're not wrong. They're not wrong, right?
Yeah.
But everyone has a phone. Not everyone has a successful YouTube channel.
Right.
That's something you need to like understand.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I spent 4 times what PAK spent.
Yep.
But our growth is the same. Do you know why? Like, I'm gonna leak the sauce, bro.
All right.
This is the goo goo gaga, baby.
All right.
All right. First of all, we're within a niche within a niche.
Right.
Okay. We are the Yu-Gi-Oh community within the TCG community.
Right.
All right. In Pokemon, bro, you could put out one pack opening video, you'll have like 5,000 subs.
Exactly.
Like low key, like high key.
Yeah.
Like low key, high key, mid key, every key.
Yep.
Right here, it's like I need to shoot myself with a paintball gun for pulling a 30-cent ultra to get 300 views.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there is no direct correlation in money spent and in views. But what you have to understand is everyone is doing pack openings, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is doing meta analysis, right? Everyone is doing like actually everyone like people. A lot of people are starting to do like investing in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, they have.
Right.
Yes.
But at the same time, you need to stick out.
Yeah.
Right. And like the only reason you're still here watching this video is because you're watching it in 4K. You're listening you're hearing our voices through thousands of dollars of audio equipment.
Yeah.
Like that's why you're here. Like let's be honest.
Yeah, I think it's like really interesting because I remember like if we were to go back to when I first met Susu, I was on his Twitch stream. I was just like interacting, like seeing like who they are, like saying what's up. And I remember that I gave him a host, like because you can do that on Twitch. Yeah. And we have like the same viewers, and it's because, you know, even though, because hosting on Twitch, to be quite frank, like people will watch it and then they'll leave right away.
Right away, yeah.
When I hosted, you know, head-to-head battles in that team, not only did like they stayed, and it's because they stayed for like the content and the quality, right? And that's like what's really, really important. Like you can literally get a 10,000 hosts tomorrow on Twitch, right? Like 10,000 viewers at the same time. But if your content isn't up to par or you're not engaging, a lot of those people leave.
Yeah.
And then that's what really stuck to me is like when I was able to like host like Susu and Jen, like they stayed and they're still here today, right?
Yeah,
and it's really interesting to look at that perspective because it's like, you know, something captivated them and that speaks more about their channel than anything else.
Correct. I mean, granted, we have a girl.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair. Yeah.
All right. And granted, like, I guess you hearing my voice through this audio equipment, like it's like low key soothing. Like sometimes, no cap, I sleep to my own voice, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
My goodness.
I do not do that. Full disclaimer.
Yeah,
all right. No, but seriously, I'll be honest with you. And I mentioned this on stream before. Jealousy is a normal, raw human emotion.
Right.
Right. And there's 2 things you can do with jealousy. The first thing is you can feed it negative energy.
Right.
And it'll turn to bitterness.
Yeah.
Seriously. And if you feed it positive energy, it turns into curiosity.
Right.
And curiosity is what led PAK to approaching me.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I respect the living crap out of PAK today as a human being, you know, and as a fellow content creator and Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing here. It's like, I'm like, yo, I would message PAK mad random, be like, yo, I need the spiciest X deck profile ever.
Right.
And I'm like, send me a replay and just like walk me through it.
Right.
Like give me your thought process. You know why? Because he's a much better player than I am. Granted, I just beat him today with True Dracos. Just want to put that out there.
Floodgate.deck.
No, but seriously, I think people need to understand if you want to create content, yes, you can do it from your phone. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yes.
But the reason why PAK's channel and head-to-head is growing as it is is because we are doing something differente.
Yeah, and they also get to see that growth and progression of like who we are as a channel, right? And like the video, the content, the quality, like we're constantly improving.
Yeah.
Ideas first of all, bringing innovative ideas into like the scene, but also like we're just like trying to make sure that like whatever we put out is even better than the last video.
Ooh, absolutely.
And it's not, like don't get me wrong, it's not easy, right? Because like imagine just sitting down and trying to think of something new, because a lot of people have done everything already, right? Like a lot of people have done literally everything. But the thing is, they might have done this idea you have, but their execution might not be the same. And so that's where like you can come in, right? Like you can have like a similar idea. Like for example, let's take, Gage's series, like Nim series, sealed only challenge. You can like see that like Rev's cards. His channel did really well because I think he executed on the same type of like energy and passion. And people really like that. And there's a lot of sealed only challenges, but like the reason why like Rev cards like stood out is because he put a lot of energy, time, dedication into this.
Yeah, shout out to Rev Z for slapping me in the Yugi Tuber Grand Championship.
Yeah, Necros no bueno.
The thing is, I was playing full power Necros though.
Yeah, with Jinlock. Wow, that was a rough.
But yeah, I mean, I think everyone who is watching this podcast right now, especially watching this specific episode, and how we're talking about like channel growth and channel progression, like PAK, I just want to be the first to say like I am really proud of you.
Thank you.
Like
man.
you were able to put your ego away and reach out and really want to improve. Like I felt the hunger.
Yeah,
I felt it.
And just for like everyone out there looking to make content, right? I hope we inspired you guys to step out, take that leap, and then make sure you plan accordingly.
Whew. Yep.
And so when execution time comes and the first video is out, uploaded, edited, it's a banger from the beginning.
Yeah.
And even if it isn't, don't give up.
Yeah, seriously, don't give up. Like, dude, when I go back to my first videos, some of them still have 13 views.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, like I actually a lot of content creators delete their lower count views, but I left them there.
Right.
Because I know when people search it, like, and it comes up, they're gonna be like, oh, this dude has like 100,000 subs.
Yep.
This video has 17 views. let me watch this.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like they're gonna be like, yo, let me watch this.
So something that I did, full transparency, is I went on like a bunch of like Yugi tubers. I went a bunch on like YouTubers in general.
Yeah.
Like not outside of Yugioh, and I literally filter their videos from Otis, just because I want to see where they started at.
Seriously.
And that inspired me, because when I look at the videos that they first put out, I was like, wow, like they were consistent. They kept doing it. They started in a time where no one else was doing something like this, and that consistency led to like growth. And at some point in me, I felt really inspired, because I was like, man, like I can actually like get a jump start on this, and if people don't like take like they don't like the videos, etc.
Yep.
Then I'll continue to like I'll find something else.
Yeah. So I really hope you guys like learned a lot about us as people and really enjoyed this episode. This one was pretty interesting to film because it kind of makes us think back. But as you guys know, it is around that time.
It is around that time. And so let's mention the giveaway. Essentially what's going to happen is we're going to, I want you guys to comment down a fear you have. Whether that is applying for, this job that you feel like, you might not get accepted, right? Like essentially failing before even trying. Or, you're afraid to do X, you're afraid to do Y, afraid to do Z. And what's stopping you?
Yeah.
And the best comment in the comment section will receive something crazy.
Pretty crazy, bro. The thing is, like, we always want to keep it mysterious.
All right.
I swear we know what we want to give away. I swear.
No, we'll do like an official announcement, everything on live on Twitch, actually.
Seriously,
You know, this is not like some sort of clickbait. Like, we do ship out like giveaways. So we'll do it live on stream. You know, do the random number generator. But in this time, it's not gonna be random. We're actually gonna read all of them. And we're gonna choose one.
Seriously. So, guys, if this video gets 500 likes in 5 days, we're gonna be giving away a booster box of the most match pitch with me.
That was a good effort. But
Yeah, it was. So make sure you guys like this video.
Yep.
And again, if you guys haven't seen the prequel, go over to HeadtoHead Battles channel and go watch it. You know what I really appreciated? When you put out the first episode, the first link in the description box was ours.
Yeah, and
Wow.
because I honestly want you guys to, watch both, the prequel and the sequel, because it kind of like culminates everything and puts everything together in perspective, right?
Yep.
Like it's like basically learning half the combo, and not knowing like the first half, right? Like that,
Seriously.
it just doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, you might understand how to get to the full end board, but you don't know how it begins. And so,
Seriously.
if you want to know how this all began, watch the prequel in the description box below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for your support.
Yeah.
And we want to keep doing this on a weekly basis. So
Yep.
if you want, more content like this, please comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we will aim to put this out every week for
Seriously.
you all.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
Yeah. So guys, I really want you to be here for the next one. The next topic is even be crazier than this one. All right. We need like an outro, because I can't use my outro.
Yeah,
We can't use your outro.
No.
This is an outro.
this is our outro. Yep.
Hashtag Paxu.
Hashtag Paxu. All right. Let's get a hashtag Paxu in the comments.
All right, man.
And as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. The next topic is going to be something crazy. It's going to be talking about how to make money in a trading card
What?
game.
Money in a trading card game?
Question mark. Stay tuned.
All right, man. I will catch you on the next one. This is hashtag Paxu signing
Signing
out.
out.